Been a weird week. I didn't see it on Wednesday. When was Dynamite supposed to be on? Oh, that's right, Saturday. And that is tonight. Hello, everybody, and welcome once again to another edition of AEWSPARK Charged. Now, I'm just a simple man, and my name's Noah Foster, bringing you my insight, predictions, and previewing tonight's stacked special Saturday night edition episode of AEW Dynamite. Immediately taking place after the NBA playoffs, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 6:05 p.m. if needed. Good luck to the teams involved. I'm hashtag non-sports. With that being said, let's go ahead and run down tonight's card and talk about the action ahead. We have the finals of the Women's Tag Team Cup with the Nightmare Sisters, Allie, yay Allie, and Brandy, good grief, versus AEWDynamite. They want to do it for the culture. Brandy believes that she's doing it all on her own. I think she just wants to do it more for little Brandy. And Allie, she's the one that just wants to see get the most out of this tournament because she deserves to be pushed forward as we try and figure out this, which I'll talk about later. With that being said, what are my thoughts and predictions going into this final tonight? And Medusa presents the winners, the cup. I'm actually going with AEWDynamite because I feel like it's time that Brandy Rose and Allie abolish what's going on between them because Brandy's getting too full of herself because of her little action figures. I feel her ego is going to be her downfall and Allie's going to make her pay for it. And Allie will turn on Brandy in defeat in the end, moving on to a single heels run, and then we'll wait and see what happens. He released Diamante for the win. For the culture, and hopefully for the ultimate signing in AEW, they both deserve to be all elite. And good luck to both teams. Women's wrestling, respected. Women's tag team wrestling, earned. Simple as that. With that being said, we now look at the next match, the TNT Championship, as Cody, and yes, I'm looking at it live on Instagram, takes on Mr. Brody Lee from Dark Order, which I will never join, by the way. Never! And no one will ever make me. Cody has been an incredible champion, offering opportunities to everybody in and out of AEW. The flexibility and the beauty offered by this title with an open challenge and the surprises that have come with it outside of the company is something to truly behold. But against what is going to be probably his toughest, definitely biggest, adversary to date towards his title reign. Now with the newly finished title, can Cody successfully defend this title again? I believe he will. I don't feel like we're going to have a change yet on Dynamite. And might I add, by the way, this episode of AEW Dynamite is literally 2 weeks to the day away from AEW All Out. I expect huge things during that, and if we do get some title change, I expect it there against somebody outside AEW, personally. So with that, I believe Cody's going to retain. But Mr. Brody Lee, he's going to send a statement. I feel like right now he's putting the elite in the back view mirror. Now he's just trying to elevate the Dark Order in his own way by trying to acquire gold, especially using the old title as symbolism to Cody after he wins the new one, in his own words. I don't believe he's going to, though. Cody, I believe, will retain, one way or another. And keep in mind, folks, AEW has yet to do a DQ-type finish. Could the Dark Order get involved here to protect their leader from a pinfall or submission-type defeat here because Mr. Brody Lee can't put down Cody? Just think about that. Think about that. Because, of course, the Dark Order, they never seem to be alone, and they are one. I still find it weird that Anna Jay is a part of them, but not officially. I don't know what's going on there. By the way, Anna Jay and Ty, what a great team during this cup. We also will get an update from Jon Moxley regarding his title match ahead, where he faces MJF. After paradigm shift MJF last week, really hurting his neck, and the fact MJF right now is trying to start a petition to ban the paradigm shift. Are you freaking kidding me? If that falls through, you realize how flexible and dynamic Jon Moxley is as a wrestler. He proved that in the G1. But regardless, this isn't about match. This is a statement. I figured that he and MJF are going to exchange words, and Wardlow's going to try and weaken MJF's opponent ahead of the title match. MJF still undefeated in singles competition, still unpinned, still unsubmitted. Is he finally going to face his first one come All Out, or will he stack the deck in his favor through his campaign manager Nina, through his bodyguards, Wardlow, Lee, and other people yet I don't know? And will he lead AEW Dynamite into the future, starting this year of his 25 that he proclaims? Well, we already know AEW is going to be on TNT for at least 3 more years, but I don't know about MJF leading that entire time. I also don't know if he's going to lead prior to AEW Dynamite's 1-year anniversary this October. But is All Out really a paradigm shift in MJF's words now? We'll have to wait and see. Because, of course, we're going to get more of MJF tonight. I think he's going to have choice words to say, too. We're not surprised if he does a Wardlow versus Moxley match to weaken up Jon Moxley prior to the 2. Maybe next week. And yes, folks, there are Dynamite scheduled special next week, too. I will tell you more about that in a moment. But we'll see what they have to say tonight. Speaking of who might have something to say tonight, after Orange Cassidy getting the biggest victory in his career against Le Champion, Chris Jericho, what the hell just happened? We are going to get a first ever in-ring interview with freshly squeezed Orange Cassidy himself. What is he going to say? What is he going to do? Will Chris Jericho show up tonight too and confront this man and go for a trick? We're gonna have to wait and see, but bottom line, this is can't miss TV. You can't miss this. This is gonna be great. And MJF, of course, like I said, he will provide an update ahead of the title match as well. I figured both these men will be in the ring at the same time. Stay tuned for more on that. I wonder if the contract signing has already occurred or will it occur next week too. The way they've been handling contract signings have been very unique to me. I must say that. Let's move into some action now as we got tag team action with FTR after dropping the Rock and Roll Express, really showing why they are top guys. Not good guys, not bad guys, top guys. FTR's Cash Wheeler and Dax Harwood, they take on Private Party, Isaiah Cassidy and Mark Quinn. Both these men, of course, are trying to go for tag team goal aspiration against the team that can't be stopped in Kenny Omega and Heyman Adam Page. One of these two teams will take one step closer towards earning a title opportunity, maybe as soon as All Out. Again, All Out, 2 weeks away. We have to build that card. And right now, I'm not going against the team right now. It's getting interest from both Arn Anderson and Tully Blanchard, and I feel that's on their minds as well as they respect traditional tag team wrestling. Be on the lookout, by the way, for tag ropes and how the 10 counts handle too, as far as their contract. We're going to really see how valid that contract is, and if they challenge it, if it's not. But I'm going to go with FTR gets the win here, and I'm going to say that Cash Wheeler pins Mark Quinn, especially after Dax Harwood. He pretty much showed us, oh, he's perfectly fine, folks. But again, am I right, am I wrong? We'll wait and see. Following this, the tag team action, it doesn't stop. It only gets elevated from here as we have the Elite take on the Dark Order. As we have the Young Bucks, Nick and Matt Jackson, and their partner, my favorite wrestler, one of my all-time favorite wrestlers, Kenny Omega, the Best Bout Machine. They take on John Silver, Alex Reynolds, and number 5, Alan Angels. Would not surprise me if Colt Cabana is on commentary and Anna Jay just stands there awkwardly at the commentary table. I still find that weird. But right now, it's been mixed runs, it seems, with Dark Order and the Elite. And it seems like right now, Dark Order needs a win, but I don't believe it's going to happen, especially with one half of the tag champs involved in this. I'm going with the Elite for the win here. Bang! With the V trigger. And I believe after the Young Bucks have already picked up a victory against the Dark Order, Kenny Omega's going to be the one to pick up the win here, because Dark Order doesn't need another title opportunity. Even Uno's Stu Grayson had their chance. They failed. I'm going with the Elite for the win here. And there's more than meets the eye, I feel like, to this match, too, as it will, I believe, have watchers from a bar, maybe, and Heyman, Adam Page, and FTR again. I honestly feel like we're going to get a Triple Threat Tag Team Championship match at All Out. Imagine that, folks. Imagine that. Which, of course, also leads me to let you know that Darby Allin will be in action as well, and following Ricky Stark's statement where he basically crucified the man on AEW Dark. Are we getting a one-on-one feud now with Darby Allin and Ricky Starks? Certainly seems like it. Will it be hardcore? Will it be traditional? Will Team Taz get involved in this as well? I'm sure Brian Cage has unfinished business with Darby Allin as well. We'll have to wait and see, but I believe Darby Allin's going to send a statement tonight to Taz, if nobody else. And then we have a ridiculous 8-man tag team bout as this unstoppable foursome coming off a victory on Dark. But it seems like the Lucha Brothers might be having a little bit of envy here. As the Lucha Brothers, Pentagon Dark, and Rey Fenix team up with one of my favorite tag teams going today, Butcher and the Blade. They take on Jurassic Express's Luchasaurus and Jungle Boy, as well as the Natural Nightmares, QT Marshall and Dustin Rhodes. With Ali, I'm sure that'll be in their corner, maybe Brandy as well. Maybe not, depending on the events of the Women's Tag Team Cup, which I imagine is going to be before this. But with that being said, I am not going against the team right now with all the momentum in the world, and that is this foursome. Even if eventually they face each other 2-on-2, which would not be a bad idea to me, I'm going with Butcher and Blade and Lucha Brothers gets the win here. And I feel like QT Marshall is going to be your fall guy. I feel like one of the Natural Nightmares here is actually going to eat the fall in this match. They're going to have a tough time controlling Luchasaurus, and I feel like they're going to go against the, well, how can I say this politely? Maybe the more vulnerable of the two teams, you know? But again, I will say this, Natural Nightmares, they have a strong win-loss record. I will not deny them of that. But we'll have to wait and see how right or how wrong I am. And that is your AEWSPARK Charged preview in tonight's AEW Dynamite. We're 2 weeks away from AEW All Out, and we still need to figure out who is going to face the AEW Women's Champion All Out as well. Thunder Rosa, she's waiting. She is a valid competitor. Will the former Kairi Sane show up in AEW and take on Hikaru Shida? We know that Britt Baker and Big Swole, they probably involved tonight as well, furthering what happened during the Women's Tag Team Cup and the match that I think everybody is waiting to see. Britt Baker and Big Swole at All Out, and I freaking love this feud. As again, AEW needs to continue to try and build their AEW Women's Division. And folks, we have a wild week next week, as next week, Wednesday, the 26th episode of AEW Dynamite on August 26th will all now be on Thursday, August 27th, 8 p.m. We also have All Out Part 2 Wednesday night instead next week on AEW's official YouTube channel. You know we're going to have another AEW Dark next week. I'm going to miss the Monday night for them. And then we have to wait and see what happens as we continue to go down the road to All Out. With that being said, that's all I have to say for right now. Thank you so much for tuning in. You want to know more about me? Know this. I'm just a simple man and a lifelong fan of ... wrestling. And by the way, I would not surprise me if we get more towards Best Friends vs. Proud and Powerful as well. There's so much going on in AEW Dynamite. I just wish there was more with the women's division, in my personal opinion. That's all I have to say about that. Then again, Abaddon, she's making waves. Speaking of which, just a few highlights from AEW Dark. The Initiative are getting better and better. Can they eventually get their win? Well, TH2 finally built their way up the tag team rankings, going for the Best Friends first. They called them out on BTE and the internet. And also, Scorpio Sky, what's next for this guy after losing to Cody in the Open Challenge in an incredibly close bout? What is going on with SCU? Is Kazarian looking maybe for single aspirations here with another loss, especially after watching him by himself last week? There's a number of things to think about, folks, in and out of the ring of AEW. And who else is Lance Archer going to kill? Just saying. Until next time, I'm just a simple man, lifelong fan of wrestling. I'm on Twitter, I'm on Instagram, I'm on PlayStation, and I'm Foster1916. Continue following the Simple YouTube channel, youtube.com/user/NoFoster210 for all things wrestling, primarily AEW and NJPW content. There will be a more in-depth AEWSPARK episode eventually, but with college and time and work, it's just hard to do and bring people together. But my All Elite crew, they know I'm behind them, as well as my Primetime Predictions family. Hello, Gary. Hello, Sean. With that being said, support wrestling. That's at the heart of what I do, and that's the heart of why we're here, folks. And let's keep growing this incredible, diverse, unique, elite, authentic, unscripted, unrestricted wrestling community together. Simple as that. And don't be a fucking idiot, as Mr. Broyley proclaimed you and was when you fill those papers. BCE continues to just humor me every week. Also, let's think about Matt Hardy versus Sammy Guevara for All Out 2, because I feel like Matt is right now psychologically broken until he gets his hands on Sammy Guevara. A lot to think about, folks. That's the beauty of AEW Dynamite. It never feels the same every week, keeps you guessing, keeps you wanting more. Will I eventually start reviewing AEW Dynamite? Only time will tell. But until the next video, take care, enjoy life. Tomorrow's never guaranteed. Treasure your families. Enjoy wrestling. Find somebody, some promotion that connects with you. Make a friend or enemy out of it too. Challenge Virtue on Twitter. I think Virtue and I can one day review AEW Dynamite. I'd love to get his insight. But until the next video, I'm done here for now. Take care, enjoy life, wear a mask. Tomorrow's never guaranteed. Treasure your families. Enjoy wrestling. Enjoy AEW Dynamite tonight, Saturday night, following the NBA playoffs. And I just hope you all have a wonderful day. And be elite.